Hey, folks, how you doing? Welcome to the Irish Rover. Glad to have you with us for brunch today. Our special guest, we're working on it, bringing him into the studio, ladies and gentlemen, Billy Tracey, who's a great singer-songwriter all the way from Dublin. We're trying to get him on camera live. Second best to that, we'll do audio live if we can. But we're working on that. We'll have him over in the music room as soon as we can get that worked out. Meanwhile, it's brunch time here in the U.S. Over in Dublin, of course, it's like 9 o'clock at night, so it's an evening sort of show for him. But he's a great entertainer that I came across in Periscope, which is Twitter's live video broadcast service. And he does a great job of broadcasting from his pubs, you know. Some of the time the camera's on him and his band. Some of the time it's on the audience, which can be very interesting. But he is a classic Dublin pub singer-songwriter. He loves the classic stuff, knows all those, plays all those requests. But he also writes great modern balladeer type of songs. So we hope we can work out all our technical problems and get him over here. If you joined us yesterday, you saw the Black Donnellys live from Las Vegas. Had a little problem with the audio for about the first 20 minutes of the hour, but we finally kind of worked all that out, and the second half was good. When I re-edit it and put it back up on the website, it'll be all cleaned up. So, but they are a great duo from Las Vegas, and if you ever, what's that? Oh, you ready for a drink? Of course. Well, here I am yakking, and you want a drink. What's your pleasure, sir? Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary, you got it. Here it is, right there. Bloody Mary. Go ahead, grab that thing. Enjoy that. That'll open your eyes, I'm sure. All righty. So as I was saying, Black Donnellys come from Rira, which is a pub in Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. Yeah, miss? Mimosa. You got it. Coming up right here. Here's your mimosa. All right, there you go, darling. Enjoy that. That's good for you. That's the vitamin C. You know, that's the good stuff. There you go. Enjoy that. All right. Rira, Mandalay Bay, Black Donnellys in Las Vegas. We love them. They were in last night. Hopefully we'll get Billy hooked up today. If not, I've got a couple of his music videos we can watch. And if we can get him even on the phone to talk about his music and his band. What's that? Mimosas for the table. Oh, okay. Mimosas for the table. Here we go. Pour la table, as we say. I'll have Ramondo bring those over to you in just a second, folks. So just hold tight there. Yeah, thanks. All righty. We will be trying to get around. 2 hands next time, Ramondo. 2 hands. All right. Wow. Insane. Hey, look who's just checked in, ladies and gentlemen. It's Billy Tracey, live from Dublin.
How are you?
I'm doing good, Billy. How are you?
Good. Can you hear me now? Are we live already? Are we?
We are live. Just because I was live and now we're live. What the heck?
All right, okay.
There you go. Just take your time, no problem. If you need 5 minutes or so, I can back off and chat with the folks.
Yeah,
But if you're good to
uh,
go,
yeah. No, I did an update for my phone, so it wouldn't access the camera or the mic, so I had to
uh,
go back into the
yeah,
settings. You know.
it's always the technical stuff that gets you. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and move us over into the music room here. Hang on, just half a tick. We'll go over into the music room. There we go, in the music rooms with Billy Tracy. Why is it not on the background? I don't know. We'll figure that out. Anyway, Billy, how you doing, sir?
I'm good, Ed. How are you?
I'm good. Did you get the house all painted?
Yeah, that's it. All done.
Excellent. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen across the world, musicians are hurting because their main source of income sometimes is the pubs, and they're all locked out. Just Billy has no live gigs, like we don't have any over here. So that's why we put up the Irish Rover, so to have you folks in and enjoy the music of people. I first came across Billy on Periscope, which is a great broadcast service. He does a great job of broadcasting his gigs over there. But enough of me yakking. Billy, you go ahead and play a couple songs, and then we'll do some talking. How about that?
Okay. All right.
All righty. What you gonna do for us?
I'll do a new song. Well, a new song that'll be on the new album when it comes out.
Is that The Market?
No,
Nope.
no, I'll do that one as well. No, this
Gotcha.
one is this is a song called "Into This Life," and it's all about we were over in Holland there. It seems like ages ago, a couple of years ago, and it was kind of yeah. So it was a song about performing, basically. You know what I mean? And but it was kind of done as a bit of a bet, because one night when we were finished playing a gig and we went back to the house that we were staying in, and we couldn't go to sleep because we were all wired and whatever. But so we were going to write a song, but the place that we were staying, everyone was going to bed, and we were kind of made go to bed, So.
Yep.
So we just wrote down just little bits on the back of an envelope of all the things that was going on in Holland, and
Great.
then when he came back, we just put it all together, So anyway, this is called "Into This Life."
Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, Billy Tracy.
So I'll do it a bit slower because I'm on my own. Anyway, here we go. I was in a new country, being driven around. People there were so friendly, just incredibly sound. In triangular houses, with some ladders for stairs, and an engine for passion. No real worries or cares. They appreciate and they dedicate, working within the means. They roll the dice and they sacrifice to achieve all their dreams. Into this life we're born. Into this life we're born. Had to move to the next place, jumping in and out of cars. I couldn't wait for my suitcase between the clouds and the stars. Well, we made it to the next venue. Not a moment to spare. Surrounded by gentle giants. No height restrictions in there. But you do your thing and you make them sing, and you all become one. You share your slice at a knockdown price, and something just becomes into this life we're born. Into this life we're born. Born to perform. Into this life we're born. Hair standing on the back of my neck, place heaving and appetites wet, goosebumps with chicken skin, waiting for it all to begin. Into this life we're born. Into this life we're born. Born to perform. Into this life we're born.
Ladies and gentlemen, Billy Tracy with Into This Life. Very nice, Billy. Just to catch you up, I'll bet some of your fans are out there, like Beta Grejdek.
Oh, Beata.
Beata. All right.
Beata,
She sends your
yeah.
hellos to you. And,
Beata is from Poland. Beata was from Poland. This is a real international thing going on here now. Beata is from Poland, but she lives in London, in Camden, and she came over to see us in Dublin.
and tell
Like
us about
yourself, Ed.
tell us about Cecilia Faraday. Foundry.
Oh, right, Cecilia. Yeah, she's Cecilia. She's from New Zealand. She came over all the way from New Zealand as well.
Nice. Tell us about
Yeah.
Shannon Tracy.
Oh, Shannon. Right. Well, she's States. She's in the States. She's my sister, actually.
Very nice. Very nice.
She's in Indiana.
And Jessica Berger from Germany says hello.
Okay, how are you, Jessica? No, I don't know Jessica personally.
All right, she's from Germany. Stefan Koch from Germany.
Stefan, yeah, very good, great.
Niama Barrett. Anyway,
you got to work on your Irish. That's Neve.
Neve.
Barrett.
All righty, gotcha.
All the way from Kilkenny, huh?
And of course, Paul Murphy. Tell us about Paul Murphy.
I couldn't. I'd get into trouble if I told you stuff about Paul Murphy. I used to play football with Paul, right? And I just knew him as Paul, and
gotcha.
We actually thought his name was Paul McGrath.
Okay.
He was a very famous Irish footballer, and for ages we thought his name was Paul McGrath. I don't know why, because Paul McGrath's a great footballer. And he's a different color as well. But anyway,
when you saw him play, you were no longer confused.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, so Paul was a right back. He should have been a left back in the dressing room.
Well, what folks need to know is that Paul runs a pub down in Mission Viejo, California, by the name of Pub 32. And like all the pubs, ladies and gentlemen, it's shut down right now. But on Friday and Saturday, you can get takeout and delivery, I think. And that is the picture there. Let me put that up there so you folks can browse the menu.
That's like a commercial break.
Absolutely. Everybody, we're all in this together, my friend. So everybody gets a little props, right? So that's Pub 32, ladies and gentlemen. Check them out. I'll put up an email for them so that you can shoot them a link and ask them about the food and all. So, all righty, just to catch you up, who else has joined us here? Another Paul. All right, enough. Paul Ponte.
Oh, yes.
Met you in Dublin.
Yes, that's right. I think he may be from Brazil, if I'm not
Gotcha.
mistaken. He took
And
some great photographs. He's a great photographer. Took some great photographs, sent them on to us.
gotcha. What do you know about? Let me get this right. Anna Mary Donahue. What do you know about her?
What do I know about Anna? Yeah, well, you're having a laugh now. Yeah, Anna Mary plays the fiddle with me
An
all the
Irish
time.
band?
There you go. There she is. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now,
So is she on there? She's on there now too, is
she
she?
is.
Yes.
Yeah, she is. She is.
All right.
Now,
Oh yeah.
do I
Hey.
have this photo reversed?
No, that's probably right. No, that's right.
She's playing her fiddle with a left hand.
That's it. Yeah, she's the best left-handed fiddle player in her house.
That cracks me up every time I see that. I don't know why that tickles me so much. Let's have another
Yeah.
song from Billy while we're chatting. Just to catch you up, Anna Mary, Paul Ponte, Tay Lynn has kicked in again. I think she's a local. Amanda Knight. Here goes another. Here goes a Scottish one. Shayla Bonner Shand.
Sheila.
Okay.
Sheila.
And Amanda Knight. All right. Gotcha.
Okay. Right.
All right. Here's
That's
Billy,
right.
ladies and gentlemen.
Right. Okay. I do. Right. This is a song. This is called "The Good Life," right? And this is a new song that we haven't really been doing at all, but it'll be on the new album, and it's just about life in general. And actually, it's funny now because of the way things are. But anyway, let's see. You spend your whole life chasing, and you're not sure what it really is. You and everyone out racing, trying to find an answer to life's quiz. You got your head down and you're scrolling. Look up once, tell me what you see. 'Cause everything that's good in life is right in front of me. Yeah, everything that's good in life is right in front of me. You listen to some old vessel, keeps trying to shut you down. He's not worth the mind wrestle. You don't need people like that around. Draw a deep breath, take 2 steps back, and you never know what you'd find. 'Cause the key to life and happiness is to what you leave behind. Yeah, the key to life and happiness is what you leave behind. You're sweating on the small stuff when it's not really a big deal. Right now you feel rough. Well, believe me, I know how that feels. Close your eyes, go deep inside to where only you can go. 'Cause the key to life and happiness is to let your true self show. Yeah, the key to life and happiness is to let your true self show. You're tired of all the preaching from the people who know best. You put your hands out, reaching, trying to get it up off your chest. Take time out, sit on a bench and think the whole thing through. 'Cause everything that's good in life is right in front of you. Yeah, Everything that's good in life is right in front of you. Yeah, everything that's good in life is right in front of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Billy Tracy. Just to catch you up on who's here, John J. Hardy
John.
writes that he's been experiencing Billy Tracy withdrawals and missing his Periscope pals.
There you go, yeah.
Patty Patrick says hello to all the regulars. John Gorham's out there.
John Gorham. That's me old buddy, another footballer. Me buddy from Chicago / Galway.
Nice.
Paddy's from New Zealand as well. Paddy came over from New Zealand as well to see us in Ireland as well. So
nice.
Fair play to her.
If I can just take a second and say I want to thank all of Billy's folks for checking in here. I'm sure his fan base is huge compared to the Hooligans and my band. But now that you guys have found the Irish Rover on Facebook, please follow and all that, subscribe and all that other crap, because we love to have you. And I want to thank you for being so encouraging, because that's what I wanted to do with this, was just build a virtual pub to support the musicians and keep the communities all together. And maybe, international handshakes, just to let you know, Billy, the vocals are coming through great. Guitar is a little thin, but what are you going to do? You're half a world away.
Yeah. Well, I actually I have the earphones in. I thought it might make a difference, but
yeah, it does.
I'm not using a plec and I'm trying to keep it low because I thought it might interfere if it was too loud or something,
Considering, as I say, you're half a world away, it's pretty freaking amazing. So I want to play. First of all, what got you into music? I know your fans get to watch you play, but they probably don't get to see you interviewed or talk much. What got you into music?
Well, I grew up over a pub in Dublin. My father had a pub, so I got to see everyone playing in the pub, singing, and excuse me, I just had a burger before I came on. But anyway, so my father had a pub and just all the different musicians, but not even that. Before there was karaoke, it was like a singing lounge, and there was a house band, and people got up to join in and sing their party piece or whatever. Some of them might be dreadful, but some of them were good as well. You know what I mean? So, So that's how I got to know a lot of old songs and different styles and genres.
Now, was your dad a singer?
Well, he would sing and all, but no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't really a singer. You know what I mean? But but he loved music, and he had a great. He still has a great. Just a great range of people. Like that's like he was into Chris Christopherson and
Nice.
And Sam Cooke, and that's how I got into them. By having these old records around. And
Good stuff.
Obviously Elvis and Roy Orbison and just.
And your mother.
Loads of people.
Your mother.
Yeah, she was more into like show bands, which were a real Irish phenomenon. They were basically a big band, maybe 8-10 people, brass section, the whole lot. But what they did basically was covers all the time. They did covers of all the big songs at the time.
No.
And they were huge in Ireland. Actually, some of them were big, went to Vegas and stuff, but there wasn't many original songs that they did. They made a living out of doing all covers,
Gotcha.
And going around Ireland playing in church halls and, before there was venues and stuff like that, So
there's a band here in Long Beach, and their bass player was with the Miami show band after
the Miami. They were the biggest one.
Yeah, after the big tragedy with them, he joined them as the bass player.
Oh, right, okay. And he's out there now.
Dennis, he's out here now. Dennis Murray. Yeah, he's with the Mulligans out here in town. Yeah.
All right, the Mulligans. Are they? I wonder if there was it was a record label called Mulligans. Actually,
I think they put their own label out, but I'm not sure whether it was called the Mulligans or not. Anyway, I wanted to talk about your Ma because I'd like to play the video of Ma for the folks because it's such a great great tribute to obviously a pretty formidable woman. And but before we do that, there's two things I need you to explain to the American audience. Number one, the word jackanory.
Jackanory. Well, jackanory is another word for story, basically, and I think it's an actual real word that goes back a long time. Some people might think it's like a slang word, like Cockney rhyming slang or something like that. But no, I looked into it. I think it's just another word for story, basically,
As with anything that I don't know, I go to the internet and look it up. Turns out there was an English TV series called Jackanory where they would tell children's stories. So it's a story.
Yeah.
And second of all, for the American audience, explain what is a toe rag.
Okay. Is it not self-explanatory? Well, it's a shady character, let's put it that way. But I mean, I looked into toe rag and where it came from as well, and it was a rag that you use if your car broke down to pull it along by another car.
Sure,
that's
toe rag.
But I wasn't thinking of it that way. I was thinking of it more as in a shady character,
a chancy individual. All righty, well, let's play Ma. Is the pub, obviously the pub that's featured in this, the picture of the pub was your dad's pub?
Yeah, that's it. My sister put it together. Actually, the good story is my when my father turned 70 a few years ago, and my sister put together this photo collage video, and we gave it to him as a surprise, and it was just old photos of the family in Dublin and his whole life, and it was put to an old Irish ballad or whatever, and he loved it, and it was great. And then when my ma turned 70, we got her some type of book, and we all wrote a page of a message or whatever, and there was a couple of photographs in it, and it was very nice. It was a nice book, came in a box and everything, but she wasn't really happy about it because she never got a video. She says, "Oh, your father got a video," and we're like, "Oh, well, that was already done," So anyway, so after that, then after she passed away a bit after that, not too long after that, and so I wrote this song, and I said to my sister, like, she wanted a video anyway, so we made the video, and I'm thinking she got a video and a song,
Nice,
so she had to be happy with that,
Yeah, so, I'm sure she is. Wherever she is, I'm sure she's thrilled. I'm sure you're happy to know that John Hardy is helping out the audience by writing the lyrics to the chorus in the chat room. Everyone gets to sing along with Ma, na na na, na 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 na.
I'm surprised Paddy didn't do that, because that was Paddy's Paddy's thing. Yeah.
All righty. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the music video of Ma by Billy Tracy and the Scope.
I'll tell you a story, it's no jackanory, about a young one from town. From humble beginnings and no sweepstake winnings, you'll hear of our ups and our downs. She married the sailor, left Monty the tailor, and up to the States they were bound. To live with her sister, who swore that she missed her, and so an adventure was found. Now by name and by nature, there's no matter creature you'd want showing up at your door. For the start of your party, there's no one more crafty than this woman from Ireland's green shore. Oh, while she was there, she'd a boy and a girl, and a husband who gave everything to make her life better. He told her he'd get her everything in life he could bring. But being a homebird, she found it quite absurd to spend all her days far away. So they packed up their cases, said goodbye to fond faces, and left the US of A. Her old life was sewing, her new life all knowing about everything going on. She'd extract information from our conversation, and you wouldn't even know till she's gone. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Adding to that kid, they got a house settled in and embraced whatever life threw their way. For good times and bad, both happy and sad, they shrugged it all off, no dismay. Growing gracefully old, whilst distastefully bold, not caring what others might say. Well, that's what she said, and that's in me head, and forever in there it will stay. Ma na 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 na. 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 Now trying to surmise, she loved the surprise, and one day she sprang one on us. While out exercising, she tripped and went flying, but didn't make much of a fuss. She broke her hip walking while too busy talking, no doubt giving out about me da. Now she's pushing up daisies, we miss her like crazy. Would you all raise your glass to me, ma?
Yes, yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody, raise a glass to Ma.
I should have brought a beer with me. There you go.
That's all right. It's brunch. I'm not really drinking.
Don't give it away. It looked good.
I can sit here all night. It never goes
Virtual
down.
points in the virtual bar, huh?
I'll tell you, brother. I got them. We don't do a lot of Guinness here, however, because over here in the U.S., well, that's not true. Guinness is huge over here, but oh man, I didn't bring in the Guinness. No, I didn't bring in the Guinness today. That's too bad. But I did bring in this. What's that? What do you need down there? What do you want? You want that? All right. Why don't you get that? Get that there. Can you see that there? No, you can't see that there. Never mind. There it is. 2 hands. 2 hands, baby. 2 hands. Come on. There you go. 2 hands on the sippy cup. There you go. Okay. Children drink free here at the pub. They do. Foolishness. Give us another song. Maybe The Market. You ready for The Market?
Oh yeah, why not?
If you want to.
Yeah.
If you want to. It's
Yeah,
your choice.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, back to Billy Tracy.
Right, this is a new song, the most recent song that I've done and that I've written, and it's about a place in Dublin called the Fruit Market, and it closed down. It's been there for hundreds of years, and it's a listed building, so they won't be knocking it down, but it's closed down basically, and you might have heard of Moore Street, where all the dealers used to sell the fruit and veg, and that's kind of fading out now as well, you know. But anyway, they closed the market down, and I used to go there as a child. I grew up around the corner, and we were going by it there recently with my youngest son, and I says, "Come on," it was still open, like, and I knew they were going to be closing it down, so I just brought him in to have a look at it. But I mean, there was nothing really in it. It wasn't the same as because everything's been moved out to the suburbs now. So anyway, it gave me the idea to do this song because there's no market anymore. Soon there'll be no Moore Street, and last year they were trying to get rid of the dealers in Grafton Street, the flower sellers, you know. So all of Dublin is changing, you know, and so anyway, this is a song called The Market. The stalls, they are all empty. You can hear the pin drop to the ground. The bosom banter that once was here will never more be found. Hawkers, dealers, chancers and wheelers, sniffing out a pound. They've all ceased to be, but they'll stay with me. Now the market's been shut down. They've all ceased to be, but they'll stay with me. Now the market's been shut down. The flowers, fruit and vegetables all freshen up the smell of the nearby early houses, all chock-a-block as well. The cure been took, then back to work, more onions and spuds to sell. But now it's all space in this once bustling place, since the market's been shut down. And now it's all space in this once bustling place, since the market's been shut down. Ormond Square is over there, where Giles he was dragged up. Curtis Roach and Tracy going out now for the soap. Stunner boys, but decent guys, brought up on Maggie's stew. Now all that's left is corporation theft and some more of Dublin's down. Now all that's left is corporation theft and some more of Dublin's down. Simpler times with simpler crimes and characters to boot. Weighted scales and old wives' tales based loosely on the truth. Stops and starts on horse and carts. I'm getting old now in the tooth. So come on, we'll meet down on Capel Street. Now the market's been closed down. So come on, we'll meet down on Capel Street. Now the market's been closed down. So come on, we'll meet down on Capel Street. Now the market's been closed down.
Ladies and gentlemen, Billy Tracy on the song The Market from the new CD. And who was it? Who was it asked about the CD? I believe it was John J. Hardy, who wants to know, okay, Billy, when the new CD?
Listen, it's nearly all recorded now. It's just, it probably would have been out this summer. Well, hopefully it still will be, but I mean, everywhere is closed. I got onto the guy there only last week in the studio, and I says, you know, what's the story? Can we go in, like, or what? And no, everyone is locked down, and you think, you know, you think this would be an ideal situation, you know, but you have loads of time to do stuff, but you actually can't do anything, you know, so it's a bit frustrating that way. But it'll be there. I mean, I've been, you know, there's no point in bleeding Russian, as they say. Huh?
You got another new one from there, or just to just to fill you in? Paul Vick has joined. If you know him, Tay Lynn has joined. Just Kevin Braden has joined.
All right, okay, yeah.
Out there. Yeah, what's out there.
Great. I don't think I'm going to know everybody.
Yeah, I was just throwing them out there to see which ones you know and which ones you don't. Of course, you notice none of my people are out here. It's all your people. I have a tiny little fan base.
You should be telling them, Ed is a great actor now. I seen an ad there. We just got Netflix, for to get us through, the whole lockdown.
Did you check out Buster Scruggs?
Well, the ad came up for it, the ad came up, and the trailer came up, and I said, "Oh yeah, your man Ed is in this, right? You see, he's the piano," and then you came up the piano player, yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah, if you've seen the trailer, you've seen my entire performance. It's one look.
Right. Okay.
Give us another one.
Right. Okay. Another song. Let me think. Right. You've caught me on the hop here now. Hang on. Right. I didn't think we'd be on for so long. But anyway.
Gotcha. Well, I can throw it out to the audience. They'll see what they want to request.
Yeah, I tell you, I'm quite enjoying not playing all the same. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not playing all the songs, but it's nice not to have to play all the songs that you normally play, when you're entertaining the troops and stuff. But
that is the burden of the pub singer, is you play the same stuff. Now, especially in your case, O'Shea's, which is one of the places you play, with Anna Mary.
Yeah.
What would you say the breakdown there of tourists to local would be?
Oh, in O'Shea's now, it would be mostly tourists in O'Shea's, because it's a restaurant and it's a hotel, and it wouldn't get many locals at all. In fact, you could count on one hand maybe the amount of locals in that bar. But then some of the other bars that we play in would be half-o, you know what I mean? Which is the best way to have it, really, So.
Stag's Head, I know, and that's great because you shoot the camera out to the audience on that one all the time, and so that's always fun to see who's there. So a lot of stag parties that are Ireland, Scotland, and local stag parties.
Yeah, stag hen parties as well,
Yeah. I've always wondered if they call the ladies' parties hen parties, why don't they call the men's parties cock parties? It's just a question I have.
Yeah.
Probably answers itself. But I love watching that one. How many locals come into the Stag's Head, would you say?
Oh, the Stag's Head would have a lot of locals, and because it's three floors as well, so but no, it was the first pub in Dublin to have electricity. So there's a little fact for you. So that's how long it's been around. So it's an old Victorian pub, you know what I mean? So it's a real iconic pub in Dublin, Gotcha. It won the best pub in Ireland a couple of years ago.
Okay. So. It seems to be that moving this way is trending in the chat room.
Jesus, doesn't take much to trend there, does it?
Actually, at the moment, I'm showing 29 viewers, so we're up there. I did a thing yesterday with a band from Las Vegas. You may know them, the Black Donnellys.
Yes, I know one of them. Yeah.
Dave Brown or Dave Rooney?
Dave Brown. Yeah, I know Dave Brown. Yeah,
that
he used
guy
to play Temple Bar.
Rips on the mandolin. I've never seen anybody so fast on the mandolin.
And the guitar. He's super. He has the world record. I remember when he broke that world record.
He's got a couple of world records, and they've recently tried. Are you aware of the film they got out now?
I haven't seen it yet, but I know about it. Yeah,
it's just now coming out, and for those folks that you haven't heard of it, it's called. Oh man, the name flips me away right now. Anyway, it was their filmed attempt. I'll look it up. It was. They played 60 pubs in 50 states in 40 days. They were in a caravan shooting around. They flew to Hawaii. They flew to Alaska. Everywhere they went, something went wrong. They went to Hawaii. There was a volcano. They went to New Orleans. There was a hurricane. And it's amazing. Look it up.
It must have made for a good movie, so you know what I mean?
Oh, it's a hilarious movie because every time they turn around, there's something bashing them down. And the day they released the movie was the day coronavirus shut everything down. So they couldn't go out and couldn't. It's par for the course. Yeah. So anyway, moving this way is the overwhelming request.
Okay, moving this way. Yeah, no, I like this song actually. Taken from me, and you can't even see how I'm feeling and dealing. I can't grasp my hand, and I can't understand why we're moving this way. Our land of saints and of noted scholars has turned its back on its youth's tomorrows. You've sold our soul to the corporate devil. Never things and never no more. Taking bribes and hiding crimes, buried skulls and eyes wide shut. That's photo ops and get more chops, and all we have to do is grin and bear it, not share it. Well, you may have woke, but it's all for free. They don't care, but it's different from me. They'll soon be gone with our golden shake. Leave us all in this cauldron of hate and pain. Taking bribes and hiding crimes, buried skulls and eyes wide shut. That's photo ops and get more chops, and all we have to do is grin and bear it, not share it. Dropping hands, touchy plans, making out everything's alright, Jack. Spinning yarns, using charms, shoving everything on down the dirt track. Oh, what's that crack? We're only as strong as our weakest link. We can't move on and let them sink. Have we learned nothing from our pauper past? Let's build something that's meant to last for good. Cause there's rising rents and makeshift tents and chicken soup with heads under the blankets. You're piled into a hotel room, told that you'll be sorted soon. Guess what? I thought not. Our land of saints and of noted scholars has turned its back on its youth's tomorrows. You've sold our soul to the corporate devil. Never fades and never no more. No, never no more. No, never, no, never no more. You've taken from me, and you can't even see how I'm feeling and dealing. I can't grasp my hand, and I can't understand why we're moving this way. Why we're moving this way. Why we're moving this way. We're moving this way.
Billy Tracy with Moving This Way from the CD entitled...
It's not out yet.
Oh, okay. I thought that was on the last one. My bad.
No.
That's how my memory is. We actually heard from Dave Brown. He's been watching it from Las Vegas. And I forgot the name of his film, which is ridiculous because I was one of the first people to get a copy to review it and take a look at it because they wanted to share it with me. I couldn't remember the name. So his comment was, the title is This Is My Home, You Balloon. So I apologize to both Daves for forgetting that name. But check it out, ladies and gentlemen. This Is My Home. It's available out there, Amazon and all those. It's a hilarious, epic struggle of two guys, not only to get around the country to play all those gigs, but meanwhile, at the same time, they were applying for immigration residency here in the country, in America, which is in this era we are currently in, ladies and gentlemen, is a whole nother disaster virus, So anyway, that was that. I want to play. I don't want to hold you too long because I know you got a family to take care of. Lots of your fans are thankful to be able to hear so many of your original stuff all grouped together, without Wagon Wheel and. I asked when I was over there last time with you, I asked about every musician. Are Wagon Wheel and Galway Girl the two most requested songs, would you say?
Yeah.
And everybody said, yeah.
Probably,
yeah. Yeah. However, there is a trick you can do with Wagon Wheel. The lyrics to oh man. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world.
Don't stop believing.
Yeah, don't say the lyrics to "Don't Stop Believing" work perfectly with the tune of Wagon Wheel.
There's another one to do. Huh?
Yeah, we only do that in a medley. We do a lot of the people, all the songs that people request. We put together a medley where we do them all in bluegrass style. So it's all just G, C, and D. And we just butcher.
Three chords and the truth.
Yes. We butcher Purple Rain and a bunch of stuff anyway. So I want to play, before we go, we'll just go an hour here, and I thank you so much for giving us your time. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Billy Tracy over there in Dublin. And great recording. Great. Your signal's going over great. I want to play Temple Bar, talk about it just a little bit, and then we'll say goodnight with a song of your choosing.
Great.
How's that? All right, let's take a look at Temple Bar, ladies and gentlemen. From the album...
Head Above Water.
Head Above Water. Here we
go. Don't you know you're about to enter Dublin's cultural centre, pedestrianised streets of cobblestone, where the places are all hopping with tourists eating shopping. Guaranteed you'll never drink alone. But take a look around, for the natives can't be found, except for the junkies, beggars' face. The locals have more sense, euro, shillings, pence, and they know brown hair won't go far. In Temple Bar, in Temple Bar, the dirty old town of Molly Malone and whiskey in the jar. You'll be drinking songs aplenty, but your pockets will be empty. 'Cause round here, your money won't go far. In Temple Bar, in Temple Bar, It's Vickers tarts, drink Vickers, there's nothing on a par. Your throat will be cracked and sore, but your pockets, well, they'll hold more. In Dublin City's Temple Bar. Keep a good eye on your handbag, your man there, this is a tow rag. Make sure you hold on to your phone. Enjoy your stay in Ireland, be English and go to Thailand. Tell your friends to come when you get home. Please take my advice that the rest of Dublin's nice. Don't limit yourself to 1 square mile. Now we're mostly speaking jest, but believe me, Dub's are best. Guaranteed to make you smile. In Temple Bar, in Temple Bar. The dirty old town of Molly Malone and whiskey in the jar. It's where we go to celebrate, and when we want to just drink late, we know we never are too far from Temple Bar, from Temple Bar. It's Vickers tarts, drink Vickers, there's nothing on a par. The crack, it is a 90, yeah, be sure that it's from mighty. In Dublin City's Temple Bar, in Dublin City's Temple Bar, in Dublin City's Temple Bar.
Let me guess. No permissions, no permits.
Oh, not at all. No, no. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. So good we'll play it twice. No. So
Yeah,
tell
no,
us about the boys in the band.
Okay, everybody that I play with. Well,
That's what we
there's
saw.
Anna Mary. Yeah, okay. Oh, well, actually, it's changed a bit now since then. And, well, obviously, I play, for people who are on Periscope, I play with Anna Mary on the fiddle. So most of me gigs will be with her. And then
The lovely Anna Mary.
There she is. Yeah. Now we actually met by a banjo player, not that one, but a different banjo player. One time was looking for a singer for a gig, and he had her playing the fiddle, and he was playing the banjo, and I went out. So that's where I met her at a gig out in the south side of Dublin, and so we were just kind of thrown together, you know. But anyway, she loved the Pogue, so we didn't know what we were going to do.
Oh, there you go.
You're just doing everything that you would do, and everyone kind of knows all the songs. But anyway, she knew all the Pogues, and it turns out she was mad into the Pogues, and so am I. You know what I mean? So that was the thing that got us together. And of course, the way she plays the traditional tunes, like she flies into them and has a great style of. I used to say to her, like a gypsy style, you know. It's kind of like real kind of country, but not real country, you know. It's just a certain style. It's hard for me to describe. I don't have to.
It's great, yeah.
It's the proper words, but it's, you know, it is great, yeah. And I just think it's just, and I'm really missing that now. Not just not playing and not seeing people or whatever, but it's the other instruments, because you know I'm kind of you know, in the lockdown I'm going to be learning different songs that people keep asking me for, and I'd never get around to
Gotcha.
learning them because I never have time. So I'm going to do that. But I'm really missing buzzing off the other instruments. You know what I mean? So
How far away does Anna Mary live?
oh well, she lives on the south side, but no one's allowed to go anywhere. That's the thing.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean?
It's really
Yeah.
locked down.
Oh yeah. You're only allowed out to get food and
Oh.
a 2 kilometer radius. You know what I mean? So
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
you're allowed to go out walk your dog and stuff, but you know
Mhm.
you're not supposed to go too far or whatever. But
Wow.
yeah, so I haven't been able to do it, and we don't have the setup. I've seen a lot of people doing it online, which is great, but I don't have the setup, and neither does she, where you can practice together online, sort of like what we're doing. Do you know what I mean?
Man, that's
So
tough. I've been looking into this for the last couple of weeks since this all came down, and I haven't found anything yet where it's not there's not so much of a lag that you can actually
yeah,
play together. You know, there's always
yeah,
enough to screw you up. You know, so
yeah.
you know,
Well, so yes, I'm missing doing all that, like playing with different people, you know. So then there's you see an Anto there on the banjo. So now I haven't been playing with Anto that much lately, but he's still been recording and stuff with us, you know. But
nice.
and then we have another fella, Owen Dillon, who plays the pipes and the whistle. And if you tune into Periscope when we're playing in the Stag's Head on a Friday, it's myself, Anna Mary, and Owen Dillon on the uilleann pipes and the whistle.
Gotcha.
And then so the three of us and Anthony Ward, we all went and played a big festival in France last year, and it looked like we were going to be going to France again this year, but I think that's been
Could be
knocked on the head.
Yeah.
And
well, the address
then,
you see on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, is his Facebook page. And from there, you can find out where his Periscope is, how to get his CDs and download his music, and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of your lifeline to him.
Yeah, I'm sure just even a Google search will do it all. You know what I mean?
So, oh yeah, he's up there. He's out there, folks. Believe me, he's cracking. He's cracking.
Yeah. So and then I think myself and Anna Mary are supposed to be going to Denmark later on in the year. You know, so that's not. We have to see how that, because that's later on in the year, so it might still happen. You know,
might go. Yeah.
So
alrighty. Well, good luck to you, and wherever you end up. Yeah. Hopefully, I know your people want to see you back as soon as possible, and so maybe we'll do this again, maybe next week or something, just to get their Billy Tracey fix in there.
Yeah, and what else? We've been on a Saturday in the Stag's Head. I've been playing myself and Anna Mary. We'll be with Dave McNevin, who's a banjo player, great banjo player as well. So we've been doing the gig on a Saturday with him. And then on a Sunday, I normally play with a whistle player, Brian Curry. He's a guy from Clare. He's super as well. You know,
that's the spot,
it's just great. Yeah, so it's just great playing with all these different people all the time. You know, and it just makes you better, and it just keeps it all fresh, I suppose.
It challenges you, you know.
Well, and if you're doing the same songs, they're always different. You know what I mean? Because you're with different people, and some songs are better with different instruments, and you know, it's so it's great. You know, it's great. So hopefully, we get back to it soon enough. You know.
Well, I hope so. And I hope everybody stays safe.
And then hopefully I get out to see. Hopefully, I get out to see you now in California.
One of these years, we're going to have to import you, have you play down at Pub 32 and around.
Yeah. Hopefully next year, I suppose. Hopefully,
that'd be nice. That'd be nice. All right. Well, pick one last tune to say goodbye to the folks with, and then we'll say goodbye after you're done. And back to you.
Okay. Listen, thanks very much for tuning in, because I didn't because I do Periscope all the time. I just thought, I'm always streaming gigs, and then suddenly, as soon as the whole world closed down, everybody is streaming gigs. But I was delighted not to be doing it for a while, so just take a little break. But I'm delighted with this because it's a little bit different from just playing, you know what I mean? And so I enjoyed it. Thanks very much, Ed. And I think it's only right that we finish off with a closing time tune. Normally sang at the end of a night or at a funeral, and but I don't think anyone has died here yet, so we're okay. Now, I said that one time when we were playing, and it turns out there was a funeral in the room. We didn't even know. But anyway, this is a song called "The Parting Glass." all the money that I spent it in good company, and of all the harm that I did, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done through want of wit, to memory now, sure I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. If I had money enough to spend and leisure time for to stay a while, there is a young one in this town that sorely has my heart beguiled. Her rosy cheeks and ruby lips, I swear she has my heart enthralled. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. All the comrades that there I had, they were sorry for my going away. And of all the sweethearts that there I had, did wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls onto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll simply rise and I'll softly call. Good night and joy be with you all. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Last call. Last call at the Irish Rover here at the Music Room. I want to thanks Billy for stopping by. It was great talking to you and getting to know you a little bit better. You know, I watched the scopes. I love it.
Well, I've enjoyed it now immensely. You know what I mean? Because I've been stuck in and I haven't been seeing many people, and it feels like I've been talking to people now, and it just.
I know your fans are really glad to have you. Really glad to have you. So before you go, I need you to do one thing for me, and I hope you folks don't mind. Excuse me. Can you just say, for the best in Irish music, tune in to the Irish Rover? Hang on. There you go. For the best in Irish music, tune into the Irish Rover.
For the best in Irish music, tune into the Irish Rover. With our host, Ed. On the 4th of July, 1806, we set sail from the sweet cove of Cork.
Of Cork.
There you go.
All righty, Billy. Thank you so much. Hopefully we can do this again in a week or so when you're itching to play again.
Yeah, no problem, Ed.
After you've re-landscaped the house and
yeah, whatever else I have to do. Yeah, build an extension and yeah, I actually cut all the kids' hairs today. Shaved. I got two boys running around and they look like something out of The Wanderers.
All right, Billy. Thanks so much.
All right. See ya. Thanks very much.
God bless you, man. Well, there you go, folks. That was a visit with Mr. Billy Tracy. He's great. For those of you that are Billy Tracy fans, please tune in to us over here on a regular basis, if you would. It would mean a lot to me because we're really trying to build a clientele, not really clientele, or build a community, a group over here. I try to bring in as much live Irish music as I can because we're all locked out of our pubs now. My band, the Hooligans, we're locked out. We can't play. We'll be playing Saturday night at 7 Pacific Standard Time because we're in California. So we'll be here 7 o'clock then for an Irish session. And we'll see who turns up and we'll make some music and play your requests. Like us on Facebook. Join us at theIrishRover.net. Really appreciate your coming in tonight. Yeah. So I will sing an a cappella song if somebody wants to. Somebody wanted to hear Black Velvet Band a while ago. I hate to try to follow. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Beata. Thank you, John. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, everybody who joined in tonight. Cheats. Thank you. Glad to have you with us. Cecilia, glad to have you with us. Tara, nice to have you with your bird on your head. Patty, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again. Megan, thanks for coming by. All you guys. All righty. All righty. Well, it's back into the bar for now. So we're going to I'm going to move over to the bar and then say goodbye. And that'll be the day. Tune in, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow for happy hour, 5 to 7. And then Sunday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Pacific Standard Time, Black Donnellys are playing a gig again, and we'll have them back on. And then Saturday night, the big pub fest. Trivia night, Wednesday nights, 7 o'clock. Tune in. Till then, God bless you one and all. Keep safe. Good night.